To welcome one of the two inductees to this year's Jackson Golf Hall of Fame class, Mike Brockie. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So long time coming. You've been playing golf at a high level in this area for a long time. But talk a little bit about yesterday's ceremony. It was pretty cool getting to see. You had a ton of family there, and I know it was quite an honor.
Yeah, I've participated in that event for, it seems like, well, probably since Shane Clark was inducted, because he and I are good friends, and he always invites myself and one of my boys out. So it's something I enjoy, just because so many of those guys are people that I've looked up to, played against, gotten beaten by, so but it's just it's a real honor to do. It was something I'll never forget.
I heard Bart say the only thing he was surprised by is that you hadn't already been inducted. So what is some of the criteria for this honor?
Well, Mike certainly has the criteria. Let's just say that he's won so many events. You're the only 7-time winner of the Masters, which is ridiculous.
Wow!
I tell you, I was trying so hard this year to make it 8.
Yeah.
Because it was at Calderon, and of course my sister and Tony Spink, when Tony's one of the owners, and my kids grew up on that golf course, so I spent a lot of time. So I wanted to win that so bad. Missed it. 3-putted 18 to miss a playoff. But yeah, it's pretty neat. I just thank God that having a good golf swing isn't part of the criteria. I know where it goes, but it ain't pretty.
Now, I learned right away not to judge you by your swing. I think one of the first times I saw you play, it was in one of the Masters. I was young and just kind of covering it for JTV. We're on 16, and you drove it over the green. And I don't know if your kids believe me or not, but I saw it happen, Mike. I mean, it's
It's funny. I was playing Stu.
Yes, you were.
Stu, I just 3-putted 15 to take a commanding lead, and I was not happy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But I think what it did is it caught the backside of that bunker by the tree and jettisoned. But
I tell the story the way I want to tell it.
I like Andy's version.
One thing you talked about was the relationships the game brings, and that's something I strongly believe in. And I'm not a competitive player, but I'm still able to take advantage of all those relationships, and I know that's meant a lot to you.
Oh gosh, I mean, and I mentioned it yesterday. I got paired with Pete Walls the first day of the Masters, and that's if I could, I would play with Pete every day.
Aww.
He's just a really good, sincere, and Susie she's awesome. So, but yeah, I look at all those faces yesterday, and the number, and look at Steve Madalena. I mean, my goodness, he's having such a great year this year, and I don't see that stopping.
No.
As many balls as he hits, I don't see that changing. I mean, he doesn't by any means hit it a long ways anymore, but boy, he knows where it's going, and he can wedge it close to the hole. So yeah, it's.
Mike, how old were you when you started golfing?
My dad bought me a set of golf clubs. I think I was in middle school. And my buddy had just gotten a mini bike, and he told me, "Yeah, I got you something at home." And I'm like, "Oh, I got a mini bike." But then he said, "I think you're gonna like them." I'm like, "Did I get a go-kart too?" And then from there, we would play. But then it was, even back then, it was such a. It brought my friends. My friends and I played a lot together, and that was just like Shane said. I've never really taken a lesson. I think there was one time that I was really, really struggling, and I went and saw Ron, and he just kind of went, "Man, I'm not quite sure what to do with it." He gave me a couple fundamental things to think about, and I came out of it. But
if you ever watch Mike putt, you would think that something's wrong
Why?
until it goes in.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, yes. No one stands closer to the ball than Mike.
I feel
So,
like I really need to come and watch you
It's
play.
unbelievable. Mike's one of the best players I've ever had the privilege to play with.
Wow.
And, you talked about Pete being one of those nice, genuine guys. Well, so are you. And enjoy playing with you when I can. It's never competitive, that's for sure. When did you think that you could be good enough to even play, let alone win some of these things?
It was, like I said, no high school, no college. So I get out of college, and then, starting to work, and then I'd get going and practice and then play. And there for a while, I had a lot of real good Saturdays. I'd shoot. I'd be the leader after one day, and then you have to learn how to play with the lead. Playing in the last group with guys like Shane Clark and Steve Madalena and those guys, and you got to learn how to play on Sunday.
I can barely walk alongside you guys and watch. I don't know how you guys play. I mean, it gets intense out there.
Well, see, I'm a talker, so it's tough to play with Steve on a Sunday because Steve doesn't talk much.
Right.
He probably talks more with me because he kind
force it.
Well, yeah, he kind of says, "Okay, I'm playing with Mike today. I'm gonna have to talk." So he probably does his voice exercises. I knew I could play, but playing with your buddies and like Shane always says, it's a different story playing for a $15 piece of plastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're not playing for the plastic, you're playing to win. And
Yep.
But that's where my dad, he doesn't like to lose.
Yeah.
And I have that characteristic. I don't like to lose. So I just finally figured it out and said, okay. And then I still get nervous. But I've learned how to control those nerves and play.
Yeah. You spend so much time, you're coaching a lot. You've been able to coach your boys. You're coaching at Hanover. Without being coached, yourself or growing up playing the game, I think it's probably given you maybe a little advantage as a coach. But what advice do you have for young people or people that want to pick up the game?
Yeah.
Because you didn't grow up with a club in your hand.
Right. Well, and first off, I mean, this will be my 12th year coaching.
Wow.
And I owe a lot to CMF, my cousin.
Yeah.
They've allowed me to. They just for 3 months they call me part time.
Yeah.
I mean, from when our season starts just after spring break to early June, I'm going a lot with the boys. I mean, you can't start at 2:30 and get 8. So our invitations will start in the morning. So I'm gone all day, and they just say, hey, you go. They appreciate that I like to be around kids, so they've taken really good care of me, and I really appreciate that for them. But I coach a little bit of swing, but right now, I mean, you know the youth nowadays. I'm really trying to teach them how to become young men more.
Nice.
And golf is such a good tool for that because. You hit a bad shot, you can't blame it on the forward or the point guard that didn't make a good pitch. It's all
point.
you. So I try to teach them that they don't get paid to play this golf yet or this game yet. Yeah. So don't hit 2 bad shots in a row. You hit a bad shot, deal with it.
Yeah.
Go hit another good one.
Yeah.
You're good enough. Trust that you can get yourself out of it. So again, I'm trying to teach them how to become good young men more than golf, and the two go hand in hand.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on the Hall of Fame. Well deserved,
Thank you.
and congratulations to Nikki Weeks, also inducted.
Congrats.
Nikki couldn't break away from her 4th grade class today to join us, but congratulations and continued success,
All right.
Mike.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Thanks for having me.
More of the Morning Show right after this quick break.